Hi, I'm Brad Norris, exercise physiologist and founder of powertek Fitness. What we want to do today is go over a 12 exercise cycle that's an active preparation or dynamic preparation cycle for our athletes. It involves 12 exercises, and the key is to prepare the body for the demands of any exercise protocol that we may put in place. We'll go through each of the 12 exercises, we'll demonstrate each of the exercises and explain what reps are involved. We'll go through the entire cycle and demonstrate each of those 12 exercises. Number one, rope isolation. With the rope isolation, it's a dynamic flexibility exercise, two positions or two ranges that we focus on. Athlete pulls back, under control, actively preparing by activating the quad, pull back for 3 seconds, and release. The athlete will complete 5 cycles on the right leg, 5 cycles on the left, 3 seconds per range, and then move to range 2. Piriformis, athlete pulls on the rope, pulling the leg into internal rotation, pushing the inside of the knee to target the piriformis. Again, 3 seconds and release. The athlete will complete 5 cycles of 3 seconds on both the right leg and the left leg. Exercise number 2, upper body preparation. In a 3-point stance, the athlete will draw the ball away, press into the ball, drop the shoulder to stretch the anterior portion of the shoulder. The athlete will lift, press the body over top, a capsular stretch, again pressing and dropping the shoulder. And then position number 3, palm up, dropping to stretch the posterior portion of the shoulder. The athlete will essentially go through each of those 3 phases or 3 positions, 3 seconds, 3 times, both left and right arm. Number 3. To stretch the anterior hip or dynamically prepare the anterior hip, what we do is we have the athlete in a split position on the open side, place the hand on the ball, drive forward, dropping the hip and pushing to the instep of the contact foot and the front foot. Come back under control. The athlete will complete 5 passes of approximately 3 to 5 seconds on the right leg and then on the left leg. Exercise number 4. This is an active preparation or active isolation for the pelvis and lower back. It's a rotational preparation drill. Athlete stays in a posturally aligned position. Knees are at 90 degrees. And from this position, the athlete under control slowly rotates left and right, keeping the upper body stable, aligned. The athlete will complete 10 repetitions to the left, 10 repetitions to the right. Exercise number 5. This is a cycle to prepare the posterior chain. The athlete uses the Swiss ball for support. Athletes align from head to toe. What the athlete will do then is for 5 repetitions for each of these patterns. Position number 1, the athlete will come straight back, keeping the upper body stable and lower under control. Lower. Back down. 5 passes of that pattern. Next, rhomboid. 5 passes on that particular pattern. And then lifting straight overhead. Low trap raise. Number 6. This is a single leg arc. The single leg arc again is designed to prep the hip, pelvis, groin, and lateral hip. Athletes in a tall position, posturally aligned with the foot elevated, the other leg down. The athlete will drop inside out, touching the floor, coming outside. 1 pass of this exercise is touching inside out. The athlete will complete 10 repetitions on the right leg, 10 repetitions on the left. Exercise number 7. In a tall position, using chains as a load, the athlete under control will simply laterally abduct the arm. Athlete lifts up, lowers under control. Posturally aligned, looking straight ahead, athlete will complete 10 repetitions of this exercise. Next exercise is a dynamic lunge. Posturally aligned, the athlete will step forward in a tall position, lunging. It's a dynamic lunge. They will complete 5 passes forward. Again, body's posturally aligned. hands overhead, 5 forward, and the athlete will then reverse direction, maintaining that postural alignment, step, push back, and release to a tall position. Next exercise, preparation for the upper body or shoulder. Med ball push-up, again in the lying position, supported. The athlete will lower the body under control. In this position, press up. Using the med ball for support, the athlete will complete 10 repetitions of a med ball push-up. Next exercise now, we're moving from patterns that have been slow, and we progressively increase the speed to better prepare the system for all the demands of an exercise protocol. So now we'll move to something that's much more dynamic. It's a dynamic leg exchange. Athlete splits, pushes, and lands under control, absorbing contact on the ground, pushing up. Body stays posturally aligned, arms overhead. Great. Isolation for the hamstring. This is exercise number 11. Hands straight out. Athlete from this position will keep the hip elevated, and with the hip elevated, pull back under control to a position where the knees flexed, and then return under control. The athlete will complete 10 repetitions of this exercise, keeping the hip elevated through all patterns. And last exercise, again, a dynamic, more explosive pattern to finish the dynamic preparation cycle. Athlete in a pike position, angles back, will throw left and right, and they'll simply release, and in a very aggressive fashion, push back. As the athlete becomes more comfortable with the pattern, we can start speeding it up. Again, we're actively preparing the body for the demands that we're about to do. That's a 12 exercise dynamic preparation. In the next installment, we will look at each of the specific exercises involved in phase 1 of our strength training protocol.